We drained our savings, bought an old house, and hoped to turn it into a wedding venue. We spent the last decade, literally the past decade, starting over 16 businesses, and none of them ever worked out. It felt like a complete waste of time. This past year, I decided to stop completely. I told my wife, I'm completely done. It's not worth chasing this anymore and missing out on time spent with my family. So, fast forward just literally 1 month later, there was a specific day that stands out to me. So my wife was praying that she was going to go and start a random TikTok channel if we didn't get clear direction on where God wanted us to go, essentially. And then ironically, later that day, it just how it turned out and what God did here, we got a call from a family friend and he asked us if we were interested in looking into an event space together. I think it turns out that God just wanted us to stop chasing our own direction and just follow his at the end. Now, we ultimately didn't purchase this estate with our friend, but he's on the sideline, he's cheering us on, and completely in support of our journey. So we have a problem now. We're not in a position to afford much of anything. At the time, we were actually looking for a house for a family. We were living in literally 1,000 square foot house, and we were running out of space and just needed more. But the problem was the housing market is absolutely crazy right now. It's really hard to find anything affordable, and then this property pops up. I actually second guessed whether I was going to show it to my wife because I just didn't want to go down this journey, but I did anyway in the end. And we were just curious. It really stood out to us. It actually had a lot of traction. A lot of people were going to look at the property, but we went and looked at it with our realtor. And there were several offers that were in, and ours was not the best offer on the table, and they ended up accepting ours anyway. So after we bought this house, we got it appraised, and then we found out that it was instantly worth more than what we purchased it for. And not just a little more, but it was actually worth quite a lot more. And a realtor said, this doesn't really ever happen, and definitely not right now in this kind of market. So the equity was a great surprise and all, but the problem is that it's not cash or money in the bank that we can actually use. So what we're going to do is document our journey and bring you all along in our story as we try to turn this old house into a super cool wedding venue someday. We're going to use TikTok to help fund our project. So if you want to help us build this dream, then all we're asking you to really do is watch.